Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG based on the M4. It's located on the north spawn of Minsk, and this one is under the command of ProvoBob. Now, he's got the 8-inch howitzer, which identifies this as the M43, and they only built 48 of those, 24 actually with the 8-inch gun straight away from the start. 8-inch howitzer, I should say, and another 24 were converted from M40 gun motor carriages. Now, they were originally armed with the 155mm howitzer, or gun I should say. Actually, it's confusing because one's called a gun, the other one's called a howitzer. The 155mm gun is a gun. It was the French design. The 8-inch is the American design, so that's why there is a difference. Okay, he's gone to his firing position and he's elected to go to the east side of the map on this corner. In fact, actually, I enjoy shooting from this corner because there's a number of targets you can actually aim at. You can see here he's noticed that there was an OHO, but he elected to fire at the ISU 152. Now, it's a good position here, but the only problem is if the enemy makes a thrust up the main road towards him, then he's going to have to move back pretty promptly or get into cover, otherwise he's going to be taken out. You can see that whoever it was has moved over to the other side of the road. They're knocking trees down and buses, and it gives a clue as to where they are. There's some more destruction going on. He's almost loaded. He's aiming for that spot. That's out. And a direct hit on the OHO. At least we think it's the OHO. Now, the standard reload for this Arty is 44.1 seconds. And yes, it was the OHO, and he's down to just 48% of his health now. So he must have taken a direct hit. But you can see ProvoBob's managed to reduce his reload time considerably. But I think he's now around about 35 seconds, I think. Well, we'll see that any second. He's about to shoot. Waiting for the enemy to come into sight before he loses the shell. There's the IS-3 too. Okay, the guy pulls back. Now, he can still splash him, but instead he's going for the direct hit on the OHO again, who won't be happy about this. But then that's his fault because he's in the open. That's out. Oh, he killed him with that one. He wiped him out. In fact, we saw the reload time is about 35 seconds. You can get the reload time even lower than that. And I believe my reload time is somewhere in the region of about 34, 33 seconds. But it also helps if you use other things such as the directives for the ammo rack. And also maybe anything else that will help speed up the reload. Premium consumables. ProvoBob's not using any premium consumables at all. No food. That definitely speeds it up by at least a couple of seconds. Over on the west side of the map, we can see there's a really big battle going on. The 60 TP is trying to get further, but fires around into this corner. Oh, good shot on the Pantera. Pantera means panther in Italian. In fact, I've just recently been watching some videos by a lovely Russian girl who's got a black leopard, which is a panther, because black leopards or black cats, large cats, are known as panthers. And she owns a black panther in her home. She's raised it from a kitten or from a cub, so obviously it's very well cared for. Direct hit on the Heshbon, 400 hit points. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the turret. If it hit the turret, he would have got a penning shot and possibly got 1,000 hit points. The alpha of this Arty is 1,050. And it'll penetrate 52mm of armor, and the turret on the Heshbon is negligible. It's basically, it's paper thin. In fact, they only put the cover on to protect the crew from shell splinters. That's all. So any shell itself hitting that paper-thin turret will just go straight through and you get a high roll. He's firing the Heshpan again, anticipating he went all the way to the corner. Yes, the video about the Panther is... oh! That was a very fatal one for the ISU 152. Yes, I found it by accident because I actually watch another channel in Russia about a puma, a cougar called Messi, who was going to be put down, but the this Russian guy who owns a factory or owns a company offered to buy the cat from the zoo, the petting zoo that he was staying at. Oh, and the Pantera dies before the shell arrives. And they've brought this animal up from a cub, and they've now got a cheetah as well in their home. Well, the cheetah lives in an enclosure outside. It's a very well looked after cheetah. In fact, the cheetah's lovely. But the Puma Messi is famous now. He's been on television in Russia, and absolutely lovely couple, Masha and Sasha. Masha is Mary in Russian, and Sasha, well, that's Alexander. Oh, that shell hit the building. He tried to hit the AE phase 1, but he was so close to the building when he aimed that the shell hit the side of the building instead. It's very funny. I'm very much a cat person, so although I have a bird at home, I'm very much a cat person. So I love watching these animals because they're so well looked after. And it's funny that the Russians will allow you to keep these animals, even though technically in the UK and certainly in some states in America, you wouldn't be allowed to own them because they're just too dangerous. Oh, a bombardier! The A phase 1 and the Conqueror just went up in smoke with one shell. So ProvoBob has suddenly tripled his score to 3 kills. Well, doubled it. And that was a fantastic shot there. Took the opportunity, moved out so the shell didn't hit the building, and it gave him a bombardier straight on the money. The only bad thing about shooting down this road is that monument actually gets in the way sometimes. But he's going for the IS-3, hits the building again. So yes, I've been watching these people who own cats in Russia, and they don't speak English. They speak Russian, but sometimes they'll speak English occasionally. But they speak Russian. Of course, I understand quite a lot of Russian, so I know what they're saying. And they do have subtitles as well. And a lot of people who watch the channel are English speaking, so of course they send comments and notes. And of course the couple translate it. And I just find it absolutely fascinating that they keep these huge cats in their home, and they are just basically act like kittens. And it's phenomenal because the young lady who owns the Panther, she actually takes it out for walks without a leash. It does have a collar on, but it doesn't have a leash on, so the cat can walk freely with them, and does. And they actually take their dog out with them as well when they go out on these walks. They've got a big Rottweiler, and yeah, no harm at all. But Messi, the Puma, he definitely needs a lead. Otherwise, he would run off and play with all the other animals and dogs. And another kill for ProvoBob. The IS-3-2 splashed to death. That's 4 kills now. There's only one enemy remaining. It's an Arty. He's trying to guess where he is. He thinks he's in the corner. And he's been found. He was in that slot where he saw him earlier. And I think he did actually splash him because he was missing some of his hit points. And the game is over. So very well done there to ProvoBob. And let's have a look at the end of battle results. And here's the end of battle results for ProvoBob in the M40, M43 on Minsk. Well, he managed to get a second-class tanker in that game. Surprised he didn't get more, actually, to be honest. He also got a fighter badge for taking out 4 enemy tanks, at least 4. He got 4 in the end. And he got a bombardier because he took out the A Phase 1 and the Conqueror with 1 shot together, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 15 in total. His win rate from the battle was 2,841, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score and see where he stood. Well, he got 2,141 hit points, not as much as I thought he actually did in that game. The highest score in the game was actually the 60 TP on the enemy team. He got a high caliber for 5,280 hit points, so that must have been at least 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. The second highest damage was the Object 257, who got a cool-headed Steel Wall and Confederate, and he got 3,741, and the third highest damage was the 60 TP on his team with 3,618 hit points. And you can see, well, ProvoBob is a little way down the table because there's at least one enemy above him as other than that, so he's actually in 5th place because the M40 M43 on the enemy team did do quite well with 2,298. Now, did he actually get some hit points off that guy when he fired a shell into that corner? No, he didn't actually. He's not listed, so obviously he didn't get him, but he did take some hit points off that Heshbarn. And as you knew, he took blind shots on the Oho and got 481 off him. Let's have a look at the rest of the details. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of kills with 4. The next highest scorers were the 60 TP, the Gorilla 15 and the Scorpion G on his own team with 2 kills apiece, as well as the 60 TP on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's actually in 2nd place because the 257 did 1,090 and ProvoBob managed to get 1,006. And 3rd place was the 60 TP on his own team with 965. I say, it's nice to see a game on the Australian-New Zealand server where at least there was no bots in it, but I suppose it's just the time of day as to whether you get them. When it came to details, he fired only 12 rounds of 8-inch ammunition, got 4 direct hits, no penetration but 9 splash. Damage of 2,141 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 399 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 31,676 credits, got 40,000 for mission completion, total of 71,676 together, and after ammunition resupply, he took away a profit of 49,236 credits altogether. 1,509 XP, 3,018 for completing a mission, and 4,527 experience points altogether. I guess the reason why he only got a 2nd class and not an ace tanker was, in this case, he didn't get a whole lot of stun assist. Most of the targets he was aiming at were not in line of sight of his teammates, and therefore they weren't able to shoot them after he stunned them. But he was getting actual damage on the enemy instead, which I suppose is preferable because that meant that he actually got some kills of his own. And of course, well, other people were spotting those tanks for him, so they picked up the spotting assist off it. But yes, he got the actual damage on this occasion. Something that might change if Wargaming make the changes that they suggested in the sandbox. In fact, it means that Arty will just no longer be able to do that sort of thing, and bombardiers will become a thing of the past because you simply won't be able to splash 2 tanks like that and take them out of the game at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.